There are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
So off we go then.
Bassi. It will be.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Lookman.
It will be. Zaidu Sanusi.
Sanusi's cross. It's a clearance, but not much of one. And here's Osimhen. The referee's awarded a free kick.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. He's gone direct.
And it's Sanusi.
And he'll shoot here! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Bassi.
Ndidi, gently done. Played with finesse.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Bassi.
Bassi chooses to go cross-field. And that is out of play. Chukwueze. That is lovely. Lookman. Iwobi. Iwobi! That's really well manoeuvred. And here's Osimhen. Nigeria.
It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell.
And he goes cross-field. Cross goes in there. Keeper has taken decisive action. Spread out to the left. And he's got his cross in. Bassi can get it clear. Do have a chance to counter here. Done delicately. Oh, nicely intercepted. And that's put paid to a promising move. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Out to the left it goes. Now it's Iwobi. Chance! In he goes again! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
Chukwueze shifted upfield. Osimhen. And it's played forward. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Bassi. Oh, good spread. Lovely feet. Osei Samuel proves just a little bit too strong. And here's Osimhen. Osimhen! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Cleared away. Can he deliver? And it's Osei Samuel. That's very neat. Here's the header! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
He's in plenty of space here. Firmly met. And that's been won straight back. Very nicely done. Only partially clear. Chukwueze. Now that's well seen too. And it's lofted through here. Clears it away. Another chance from a corner. Defending of the desperate variety. That's a throw. Chance to play it in. It's run loose here. Great defending, strong and determined. Looking to break at pace. And he welcomes it in. Tries to get it clear. Deftly away. Lookburn. Iwobi. Chukwueze, aim forwards. And he cuts out the supply. Oh, what a pass! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Can he finish? Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. He's got away with one there.
We're talking about creating a problem for yourself. OK, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Sanusi plays it short. Oh, that's a fine challenge. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Oh, there's a probing ball. He's onto it in a flash. Chukwueze. Osei Samuel. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. And now the breakaway. Now it's Samatta.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Succumbs to the pressure. And Didi does really well there, strong defending. Lookman. Moved on forwards. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. So who's he picking out? That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. That's really well manoeuvred. Carries far too far and out of play. And it's Osei Samuel. Played into space out wide. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Aim forwards. Moved on forwards. Now it's Samatta. And Didi wins. And we hit half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Yeah, it's a half that's had a limp finish after a decent start, so the manager has to re-energise and re-enthuse his players to come back out pumped.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And the game has already resumed here.
Nigeria clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
And it's played forward. Lookman. And here's Osimhen. Lookman. The pressing's intense, and it's played off. Now it's Samatta. Does really well to win the ball there.
Osimhen really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Aim forwards. Well read, nice interception. Bassi. That's really well manoeuvred. Lookman. And here's Osimhen. Moved on forwards. That has been cut short. Osei Samuel. Chukwueze. Lookman. Ndidi. Nigeria desperately needs someone to hold up. Big chance! They've scored! And the second half is off to a flyer.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Nigeria have penetrated for the first time.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Great run on the overlap here. Bassi attempts a clearance and reclaimed it in a trice. Chance here to counter.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
That has been knocked clear. That's really well manoeuvred. Bassi. They play cross-field, changing the point of attack. Chukwueze. Lovely bit of skill. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Oh, smashing header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Played out wide. Great work on the overlap. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Bassi aimed forwards. Bassi shifted upfield. Cuts out the pass. Gets a good foot in there. Ndidi. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
Hit into the middle. Defending of the desperate variety. So the team separated just by the one goal, which came early in the second period. 1-0 the score. And he's there to clear it. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Moved on forwards. Ndidi wins the duel this time. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Defending was strong and firm. Chukwueze. And it's Iwobi. Chukwueze. Lookman. Ndidi has created one goal already. Tries a measured ball.
Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Oh, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Clearly not happy with that. And it's played forward.
Lookman. Lookman played through into space. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
And it's Osei Samuel. Chukwueze.
That's really well manoeuvred. No foul, says the referee.
Zaidu Sanusi.
Ndidi.
Iwobi.
Oh, that's shot a goal! And again! It's in! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt! That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Well, most of those go high and wide because of their difficulty. He made it look like he does it every day.
Nigeria are doing very nicely, thank you. Over to the left. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Well, he continually breaks the lines and gets himself into terrific positions.
Ndidi. Ndidi chips it through.
Zaidu Sanusi.
Aim forwards. Ndidi. Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. And they've got rid. So what can they make of this? He's got space in the area. Tries a shot. Osimhen, and he's managed to get free. Out of play for a throw. So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Now this could be a... And he shoots! Chukwueze. Osei Samuel, gently done. Nice physical challenge. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Quality ball. It's an inviting looking ball, that. 2 minutes to be added on. That has been knocked clear. And claimed it back swiftly. Driving on, a real charge here. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all around.
Great reaction! Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Takes a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Well, the clearance is short. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Nigeria can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. Certainly more results-driven as they went about their business in an efficient manner. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, where can I start? There's so much to admire in this team and how they went about things, very tidy and yet retaining all the necessary battling qualities.